Kroll, Registered Dietitian. I'm your personal nutrition guide. In this session, I'm going to be clearing up confusion about carbohydrates and calories. This is a three-part session broken down into the what, the why, and the how. So let's get started. My hope for you by the end of this session is that you understand carbohydrates aren't created equally. So it's unfair to lump them all into one big category and try to avoid all of them in an attempt to lose weight. Carbs aren't created equally, and here's a quick and simplified chemistry lesson to explain this. Simply put, carbs are chains of sugars linked together. The chains can be short or long, straight or branched, and the length of the chain and the branching determines how fast a carbohydrate is digested. Digested means broken down. So if a carbohydrate is broken down quickly, that means it doesn't fill you up for very long. The first picture here is a short chain carbohydrate. It would digest very quickly because of its short nature. The picture below it is a long chain carbohydrate. You can very easily see that one would take longer to digest. The carbohydrate on the bottom is a branched chain carbohydrate. At first glance, it might appear that it takes a long time to be digested because it's so big. However, carbohydrates are digested from the free ends. I'm holding my cursor here over all of the free ends so that you notice there's a lot of free ends here. So there's a lot of places that this carbohydrate can be attacked to be broken down. So this is actually digested very quickly. And this is the shape of a carbohydrate in wheat and anything made from it: wheat bread, wheat pasta, wheat crackers. So the typical carbohydrates that we like to eat are the ones I call the so-called junky ones: bread, tortilla, pasta, rice, cereal, and snack foods, processed junk foods. These are all made from the carbohydrate shape in these is either short chain or branched chain carbohydrates. So they're not that filling nor for very long. The healthier carbohydrates, and I call these skinny carbs, include beans, lentils, starchy vegetables, steel-cut oats, brown rice, and quinoa. These are much more filling and for a longer period of time. And you've probably experienced this firsthand if you've eaten any of these. Think about it. When was the last time you just couldn't stop eating black bean soup? Or when's the last time you binged on sweet potatoes or turnips or parsnips? I bet on it's never happened. Consider the company a carbohydrate keeps when choosing it. For example, a jelly bean is all carbohydrate, but it travels with nothing. It's 100% sugar. Beans are also high carbohydrate, however, they travel with fiber and protein and potassium, all things that are good for you. Which leads us to this mode of thinking that we want to buy into: avoid choosing food simply based on its carb count or lack of it, because that leads to poor choices like this. In summary, junky carbs simply aren't physically filling. They don't take up very much space in your stomach, and they empty quickly, therefore leaving you hungrier sooner. You have to eat more of these kind of foods and more often to feel full. Please see the next video to learn why picking the right carbohydrates will ultimately help you control your calories, which ultimately will help you lose weight and keep it off. Until then, I'm Suzette Kroll, Registered Dietitian. I'm your personal nutrition guide.